My name is Haji Jabar Khan, known as Haroon. I born in Anna Catherina, West Coast of Demerara, Guyana. My age now is 92 years old.
And you were born in what year?
1931,
In Guyana.
Guyana,
Right? And back then that was British Guyana.
British Guyana.
What's your earliest memory that you remember?
I remember when I was about 3 years old.
3 years old. What you remember about then?
I remember that when my mother died 6 months old, they left with me chachi, and my chacha who by me because they had no children of their own.
Mm-hmm.
And my father, brother, wife, and my father, brother.
Mm.
And then after about 3 years old, my father called a thing they called panchayat to a group of people. And this group of people got decided, and my father called for them that he want back me with he.
Okay. So you left your father when your mom died.
Yes.
You left your father, and then you went to live with his brother and his wife.
My mother had me what to because I was 6 months old.
6 months. Okay. Mm.
Because they had no children of their own.
They had no children. Okay. And this, what is the thing? The panchayat?
It's a group of people.
Okay.
And that group of people at that time they even not recognized by the court even.
So that's like a government body
Yes.
in the village.
Yes, like the parson, the pandit, the meiji, and couple other prominent people of the village.
So they was religious.
Yes,
Okay.
it was a group.
Okay, and they made decisions so they help in making the decisions. For
that
the
I have to go back when I was 6 months, 6 years, or 3 years old to go back to live with my father.
Okay, so from what you remember, how did he get it today? Did he have to bring it up to them and then?
Yes, he bring up to them.
Okay.
Bring up to them.
Is there a reason? Was it that he couldn't go, and why couldn't he just go and get you back?
No, he can't do that.
Okay.
Because my brother hand me over to them.
Oh.
So he had to bring this panchayat people. You see, the panchayat people recognized by the court.
Okay. So they're recognized by the court, and they made like an official decision.
Official decision.
So that you had to be with your
father back.
Father. Okay. Is this something that bring over from, you think, India?
Yes.
This is something that bring over from India.
Yes, because most of the people in India those days they know English.
Okay.
So if you go to the magistrate court, you can get somebody translate the Hindi to English.
Oh, okay.
And they don't have those type of people much.
Mm-hmm.
So they got one person, what they call it class B office.
Okay.
And in India, if you can decide, then you go to class B office, and he know English and Hindi.
Okay.
So he got decided matter there.
Okay.
You know?
So tell me what you remember about your father.
Well, when I was, I tell you that he take me back when I carry me back at home, when I was 3 years old or so.
Okay.
And then he married back.
He married back, okay.
And he married a lady with 2 children.
Okay.
This lady belonged to Ogle.
So were you his first child?
No, me had 2 brothers and sisters bigger for me.
And they were from the same mother?
Yes, same mother and father.
Okay. And what was your father's name?
Ali Hussein Khan, known as Luch.
Known as what?
Luch.
Luch, okay. And what about your mother?
My mother name was Sakina Khan.
Sakina Khan, okay. And let's go back a little bit further. So your father and mother, how many years were they married before they had you?
Well, they had my brother and sister who bigger for me.
Okay.
But I can't remember year they married.
Okay. You know? And they met in Guyana?
No, me mother belongs to number 1 Canal.
Your mother from number 1 Canal, which is another part of West Coast.
Yeah, no, West Bank.
West Bank, okay. West Bank. And where your dad from? Your
Catherina.
Catherina, okay. And do you know how they became to meet, how they got married? Or?
Well, those are match marriage, you know.
Okay, arranged marriage.
Arranged marriage.
Okay. What do you know about their parents? Let's start with your father.
My father, I don't know my grandfather.
Okay.
And my grandmother, I
do you know the names?
Kujara Khan.
Kujara Khan, that's your grandfather. And your grandmother?
Well, when was he name?
Okay. And your mom, you know her parents?
Me know the grandfather, but me know his name too.
You don't remember his name? Okay. No. And your grandparents, were they born in Guyana? No,
my grandfather come from India.
Your grandfather come from India. Okay. So what do you know about that story? What do you know about your grandparents' story, either on your father's side or your mother's side?
Well, my father's side, all of me know, my father tell me that when them come in the boat from India for come to Guyana, you know, they bring them as a slave, Guyana. And my father meet this lady in the boat when they come, which they call Jahaj.
Your father or your grandfather?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather meet a lady on the boat. Okay.
Jahaj. And this lady was a Muslim. And me grandfather was Hindu. His name was Bhawan Singh.
Bhawan Singh, okay.
Yes. But in the boat, my grandfather married and changed to Kudara Kanibalchi and accept Islam. And so he became a Muslim and he married in the boat.
Okay.
Then he come to Guyana, but me don't know him. My father tell me.
Yeah. Do you know what part of India he was from?
I think Punjab.
Punjab, okay. Okay. And would your grandmother have been from the same area, or?
I don't know, but they meet in the boat.
Okay. So then they met in the boat and they got married at some point, and then they moved to Guyana.
Yes, they're coming.
Do you know what type of work your grandfather did?
No, me no grandfather. Okay. But they come as they are working
indentured labor.
They were working in sugar industry.
Oh, they work in sugar industry.
Yeah, sugar industry they're working.
And what about your father? What type of work did he used to do?
Well, my father used to work in the sugar industry too.
Okay.
But later on he left.
Oh, he left.
Basically, he had the rice field until you know how. So he stopped working at the cane field. He started to look after rice field and all kind of thing.
Okay.
So he had the rice field.
Okay, good. So let's go back. So you were 3 years old and you went to live with your father. What do you remember about those years from when you were living with him?
Well, let me tell you, when we lived with him, he married back. And he married this lady who has 2 children.
Okay.
And this lady got me to do all the work.
Okay. Were you the youngest, or even the 2 children she had were older than you?
No, me was older than them.
You were older than them. Okay.
Yes. But she got me to do all the, like me got to milk the cow, me got to look after the cow, me got to do all these things.
How much cow you had?
About 1 cow.
1 cow. Okay.
You know, me got to milk them and couple sheep and things, me got to look after all of that. And she not send me to school.
Oh, she didn't send you to school?
No, she sent she 2 children to school.
Okay.
She sent she 2 children to school. And when about they were 5 or 6 years old, she tell me, she start working the cane field with the cane, you know how.
Okay.
And she tell me she carry me for weed grass at the cane field with she.
How old were you about this time?
About 5 or 6 years old.
Wow, okay.
And she carry me in the cane field and me help me with the cane. And then she said she want done the work. The day, you know how. So we work a little later, we finish the work. And when we left and we come home, you know, he got the mud dam, he not able to walk fast. So she left me and she go away.
Oh, she left you?
Yes, I walk up, me not small. So she left and she gone, so people left me. She left me back, she don't know what happened to me. And well, I was coming home, the damn bad, me able to walk quick, but I'm a 5, 6 year old now. And me feel something bite on my foot. And when this thing bite me on my foot get numb right away.
Yeah.
And me can't move.
Did you see what it was?
No, me can't see.
Okay.
What is? And me feel my foot start get numb. And me start get numb and me lay down right there. Me can't move them more. And the place get dark. Okay. Me left there, me can't move them because the whole body get numb. But they got a snake they call Labaria snake. That's the baddest snake in Guyana at that time. So this old man come back at me. I believe this is a God work, man. This old man come back at me. And he live near to my father. So he see me say, Haroon, better wrong. He say, I just mean wrong. I think something bite my foot. And my whole body get numb, I can't move. So they got a thing long time. The people in India used to call Guyana boat sell all over Guyana. They call it Jaharmora. Jaharmora is a kind of thing. Every people who work at the cave field forgot they got it. This poisonous thing is Lavaria snake. You hide all about you. And this Jaharmora, there's got a vial with raw milk.
It's a liquid.
Liquid.
Okay.
The milk and liquid was Jahamura tablet like.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Uh-huh.
And just got keep raw milk, and when you go home, they'll change the milk and put you on again for next day.
Okay.
So this old man I come back and he asked me, tell him, he said, "No, brother, my whole body get numb. And he put this Jahamura and he draw out the poison.
Mm-hmm.
Draw out the poison, clean out. And then he bring me home a house.
Mm-hmm. How would draw the poison?
With the tablet, he put on when he show me bite, and he put on there. Okay. And he draw him out. The Jahamura draw him out.
How long before he put that were you able to walk?
Just I put up my money draw, he start walk. And he bring me home. Mm-hmm. You know, he bring me home.
Then you tell your parents, you tell them what happened. Anybody know?
You don't know if my dad, you know, man, because you know, me small, you know, he carry me home, he left me house there. Yeah. You know, me carry me, you know, me never go along. So, yeah, so,
so you're about 5 or 6 when that happened. Mm-hmm. And you had to, you were helping out a lot at that time.
Yeah.
You
have to do everything.
Father and stepmother. Uh-huh. So then what was a next memory that happened from there?
Okay. I can't remember the year and what right? But they say church, you are minding for a baby. He got a grape, you know, local grape there, Guyana, we call grape tree. So the grape tree, loaded grape, I live at 2 houses from my father. And we went by the tree, they tell the church, I go pick grape. I said, go better look over grape tree, loaded grape. And we go, and I pick the grape. And me and my cousin come from. And he pull the grape tree. They see how me stand up on? And me fall by my back. By the grapefruit, you know, the grapefruit they expose. And me fall by my back by the grapefruit. And they say me broke my back. They broke my back. They take me donkey cart, carry me to the doctor. The doctor, they fall for me, I believe. You know? Carry me to the doctor. The doctor said me broke my back. Broke my back. Take me. They sent for the ambulance to me. The ambulance come. They put me in stretcher. And then you go to Stelling, the police launch come. Carry me over Georgetown. And they carry me at the hospital, big hospital in Georgetown. But I go tell you, me certain 100% certain that if me mother been live, he would have taken somebody to go with me at the hospital.
You went by yourself?
By me alone, nobody not in the van with me.
How old were you?
I can't remember a year, but I wasn't so big, probably about 10, 12 years, I think. You know? And if me certain me would have been dead, there's nobody, you know? Not a board not going in the van here. Me alone go to hospital. When me got, they put me on the police line, come, we know selling, carry me over, the ambulance come there, carry me to the hospital.
So you went to the Stelling, you went in the ferry boat?
Yeah, no, in the boat, there's a police line.
Oh, okay.
Police line take me across.
Oh, police line.
You know? And then when we got over there, the hospital ambulance come and carry me to the hospital. And they left me whole night there. Me and they said me back broke. The doctor, everybody said me back broke. And the next morning, the doctor come and send me, carry me for X-ray. And when we go for the X-ray, when the X-ray come back, the doctor, can't wait for white man doctor, Indian doctor. But he come and tell you, son, nothing wrong with your back broke. Oh. Remember, this is a God work, Nihal. The body, the doctor, he was examining, said me back broke. And when the result come out, he saw the next morning, he said me back broke. Nihal, me alone there. Me not got a penny to come home back. Me not know how to come. Anyhow, when me walk on the street, I come, me ask somebody. Me say, can you direct me where Water Street there? You know? And this person, they direct me Water Street. So me ask him, if you got turned for the jazz, so tell me right or left. So me can't which way say, by either left or left, you know how. But direct. And me walk from the Hospital, come at the Stelling. Me not going to pay, you know.
So you just left the hospital?
No, the doctor discharged me.
Oh, the doctor discharged you.
Yeah, because they said nothing wrong with me.
Okay.
Enough for me back broke and things, so he discharged me.
This was the next day?
Yes, the next day.
Mm-hmm.
The night me fell whole night there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day he sent me home with no money, nobody left can bring me home. And me walk, me take the street and me come down and the trying to call Water Street. You see the selling. And me come and the selling and then me meet me brother-in-law at the selling.
He was waiting for you? Or
no,
just...
he was going home. Okay. He lives at Stouffville.
Okay.
And those days we got train around.
Okay.
And then the train.
The train was running from Georgetown.
Yeah, for Reno to Parica. To Parica, you know how. Okay. So you buy the ticket for Georgetown because you buy the ticket for Georgetown because the transport have is part of the train and the boat all. Mm-hmm. So you buy ticket for Georgetown to Parica, for Georgetown to Visa. Anyhow, you know how. When the train stop. So then you buy the ticket. I say, come, we go buy ticket and we go drop you, drop a Lenora.
And what was it? You remember his name?
Hanu. Yeah, Hanu.
You remember his full name?
No, that you know Hanu. Me know name. You know Hanu. And so he bring me home there. He bring me home and me come home.
And who was home? You remember who was home when you went home?
Well, me have my stepmother there me there. But then I said,
they asked where you were?
No. They know me go hospital.
Oh, they know you went
to
hospital.
They went to the hospital and thing. You know, we went to hospital and thing. You know, they know everything.
So after that, did you ever had any pain or anything in your back?
Nothing, Neil, nothing, no pain, nothing.
So you fall on your back?
Fall on me back.
On the root?
At the root, fall back, but the root, and they said me broke. Even the doctor examined me, said me broke me back. You know?
Okay.
And then, when we were 14 years old, we started to work in Lenora Estate. Okay. I work for 28 cents a day.
28 cents a day?
Day. My mind cow with me pupa, you know? 28 cents a day, me start to work for. Me work, and then, me tell my father, me say, Pa, me go cut cane. And me start to cut cane. You know? Because when me start cut cane, then me start get more money. You know?
So about how long when you start working? You start working when you were 14?
14.
And what type of work you used to do?
Mine cow at the estate.
Mine cow at the estate.
28 cents a day. Me na mine cow, me pupa, me father, sister, husband. I will mind the estate cover in the past.
How many cows?
Enough. 100, over 100, so 300 cows. You know? Because everybody will live a Catherine, CI, Lenora, bring all the same one pastor. And you have to watch them because you don't want to go outside that thing. Though you got the barber, you know? So I'm just minding with them there.
And who gave you that job?
My papa, he didn't work there.
Who's your papa?
My father, sister, husband.
Okay. He was working there. He was doing the same job?
Yeah, he and his boss man.
Oh, okay.
So he take me work with he. You know?
Were you the youngest person working there?
Only me, he alone.
Only you and him, okay.
Yes. He alone when I work there.
Was this normal for a 14-year-old at that time to go work?
Any age, the estate I take you for work.
Any? Okay.
Yes. You got a gang, you got 3-year-old gang. So the 10, 12 years, you send them for work. You know? So, then you go work. Your parents will send you for work. You know? Because they got this keep 3-year-old gang, you know?
So at this time, this was about in the 1940s. So the indentured laborers had stopped.
No.
Right? They still had indentured laborers?
Yes, they still had.
In 1940?
Uh-huh.
And were new people coming over, or you think they were coming over as workers?
I think the last batch of Indian come in, 50s. I can't remember 50 something. I can't remember what year they come in. Okay. But the last batch come this time. Yeah.
And you said when you were working, so a lot of people still kept coming from India. So
yes.
They probably didn't know the language.
No language.
So when you were growing up, what language did you speak at home?
Well, English.
English.
Me no Hindi.
Okay.
Me because me born in Ghana, Hindi language.
Right, but you understand Hindi. right?
A lot, because all my neighbors don't live near me. They know Hindi.
Okay.
Even me got one old man live near me. He don't know English, and he said no English. I think, we can go to school. So he just tell me daddy, when daddy attack at I explain that tell me what daddy mean, and how. Because he daddy come from India. So come me know Hindi and things.
So you're 14 years, you start working in the
Sugar
sugar estate. And the sugar estate, that was the main place where people work?
Yes, we have main place, you can know that place to work.
This was in Katrina.
Yes.
People only in Katrina used to work there, or they had people from other parts?
Well, like a CI, Katrina, Lenora, all used to work there. People like he was Stewartville, Hegala, who used to work at sugar industry.
And this was run by the British?
British.
So the British were still in Guyana at this time?
Yes.
And you, at 14, you were working with your pupa. And how long you did that work?
I think I was about 17, 18 years, and we left and go cut cane.
Okay. And how did you get to start cutting cane?
Well, you can go anyhow and cut cane, no, it stop you. In the estate, you know how. So you can left one gang and go work in another gang, you know how. Okay. As I work in the sugar industry. So
and that paid more?
Well, the cane cutter pay more, yes. So more money, the cane cutting. You know?
So when you start cutting cane, what was that like?
Well, when we married.
Okay, when you got married while you were cutting cane, or
yes,
before?
Yes, when I cut cane.
And what age did you get married?
In 21 years.
21. Okay, so before that, let me talk about from when you start cutting cane to when you married. So I want to hear about, what was that like? How many people you worked with? Let me start. What time did you start cutting cane?
Well,
when you worked?
Was 17, 18, was 16, 17 years. You know?
Yeah, and what was your day like when you went to go cut cane?
Well, I cut cane, I work with more money, but I take all my money, I spend on clothes. Okay. Because my man like dress enough, Yeah. So my father was telling me, he said, by every week you go buy clothes, buy? But most of the money I don't include me like dress enough, man.
Right. So you were making, 28 cents a day mining cow?
Mining cow.
And then when you went to cut cane, how much you were making a day?
Well, me can't a day because you're a job work you do, you know how. Okay. In that day work, you're cut by ton, you pay by ton.
So depending on how much you cut.
How much ton you cut, how much money you get.
Okay. And what was like the average, you think, or maybe a range?
Well, at that time, we used to cut but 3 ton cane, 2 ton cane, and thing a day.
3 tons of cane a day?
Yes, and you get 68 cents a ton.
68 cents per ton. Okay. And that is about a day? Okay. So about $1.50,
yes,
depending on how much you cut? And what time would you start cutting cane in the morning?
You gotta go about 5, 6 o'clock you gotta go to work to cut cane.
5, 6, and you would walk?
You gotta walk. You gotta walk 5 miles in the background sometimes,
5 miles?
5 miles.
Just to start working?
Yes, The last of the background was 5 miles.
Okay.
You got to walk. And you walk in mud, mud dam, you know, got road and thing. And you go and you cut cane and then you come back in the afternoon. Okay.
So let's say you start 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and all day you cutting, you get a break, you stop, they, let you get a break, or?
Well, the only break you get when you got to eat.
Okay.
Like you go eat lunch, we go take a little break for eating lunch and thing. Okay. And then sometimes you got a man, Juma lives near me, he used to let sweet drink in the background.
He used to sell
sweet drink in the background. The cake until you bring him with boat, and still get cake cut up. So like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, he bring down a bill eat. I will slap and eat take sack for them. So you have pay when Friday you go get money, you pay for them.
So you started about 5, 6 o'clock, and then about 1, 2 o'clock. So about 6, 7, maybe 8 hours sometimes. You're just cutting cane.
You cut them and you got to load them too.
Okay.
You got pressure on your head.
Okay.
And load them.
In the heat, obviously, right?
Yes, sun, rain, all anything. You have cut this cane and load them.
Sun and rain, no stop.
No stop. You have cut and load them.
And at what time would you finish your day?
Well, depends on how you get the pond to load the cane. So to cut dog the cane and you not get the pond yet.
Okay.
So you got to wait through the pond. We load the cane.
And that's the end of the day?
Uh-huh. So when we married, we still have cut cane, right?
Okay. So I want to talk. All right, let me pause.